So, hi, I'm a physics student and a software developer in the field of software security. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the possible use case for Rust in Monte Carlo simulations applied to lattice quantum field theory research. So, I'll try to give you a super simplified overview of the topic. So classical fields are a natural interpretation of probability amplitudes for particles, such as the electromagnetic field. Quantum field theory is a modern framework based on the quantization of such fields, leading to the concept of field operators. We are usually not interested in resolving the full state of the system in terms of wave function, but rather in extracting some physical information from the theory, such as transition amplitudes. The transition from classical to quantum systems allows to rewrite the probabilities as integrals over the field configurations, weighted over the exponential of the action. This is a very powerful approach, but it is not always easy to compute these integrals. But luckily, we can perform an analytic continuation of the real-time evolution into an imaginary time evolution, which is related to the temperature of a statistical system. With this approach, we can rewrite many quantities in terms of ground state expectation values. To compute these expectation values, we can use Monte Carlo methods and Markov chains to sample the configurations of the system in a clever way. So with this approach, the configuration is made of variables defined at points or links on a grid. And the job is to sample this configuration space in a way that is statistically representative of the evolution. To do that, we have to take a configuration and try to gradually change it by proposing new states, and this can often be done in parallel. In a high-performance computing context, this could mean that you can split the grid across threads and take advantage of the parallelism offered by modern CPUs and GPUs. The grid can also be split across multiple machines, and this means that we need to be able to synchronize across them efficiently. So the simulations requires a lot of computational power and they need to be efficient. The language of choices are often C and Fortran. C++ does have many advantages, but it poses also many challenges due to its complexity. Rust, on the other hand, avoids many of the pitfalls by design by requiring the programmer to be very explicit, and it's usually very obvious where your resources are used. So now let me dive a little deeper on how Rust can help. This might sound obvious, but usually physicists are not professional programmers, and they often need to quickly dive into a code base. C is usually not particularly helpful here. It often requires quite some time and a decent knowledge to understand some parts of the code base. I think Rust is much easier in this regard, especially for software components, modularization, and separation of concerns. For example, it is easy to split the code in crates and modules and to manage dependencies. And this is quite particularly true in this field. As other mentioned, this a little bit different in other fields, but here our codes are very performance intensive, but not so complex looking. In a scientific computing context, reproducibility of the results is crucial and maybe one of the most important aspects. Here, Rust really shines. Reproducible builds and dependency version pinning are major advantages. Also, encouraging the use of existing code can help a lot in reducing development efforts and managing the risk of mistakes. As for parallelism, C really offers no safeguards against common pitfalls which may affect the simulation in unpredictable ways. Rust, on the other hand, offers many compile time checks to ensure that that data is shared safely. So this is a practical example of what you may find in a C code base in this field. Programmers might try to tell the compiler that pointers are not aliased with the restrict keyword, and sometimes you find tricks that may potentially hide undefined behaviors. As for the frameworks in these fields, these are some very established ones. OpenMPI concerns the communication and synchronization in distributed memory systems. This is crucial for high-performance simulations. We have great bindings for MPI, and this also allows for interaction with existing MPI code. OpenMP is used to parallelize the code, and it performs great, especially when the execution times are constant, even though it is not always true in Monte Carlo simulations. We don't have OpenMP in Rust, but we have some nice crates that offer similar abstractions. Performances are not always at the same level, but it is quite easy to craft a custom solution for the program if needed. As for GPU computing, this is probably the hardest part for Rust, because in C you have projects that have received a lot of effort over time, and we do not have the same degree of maturity in the Rust ecosystem yet. But there are many great projects that are progressing fast, such as Rust GPU and Rust CUDA. Here are some things that I'd like to see in the future. So support for different float types will be great, either for GPU computing and for experimenting with different precisions and performance trade-offs. Also, I found that sometimes it is not easy to abstract over some properties of the models. For example, it is not trivial to write iterators efficiently in idiomatic ways. For integration strategies, obviously there is a lot of potential, especially for new projects, but the biggest issue I see is actually about OpenACC, which is quite an hard barrier for Rust. You either use it or not. Um, Adoption in lattice simulations is currently sparse and nearly non-existent, but I think its adoption in the future is a quite realistic expectation, and this could really help physicists to build more complex and flexible simulations. But yeah, GPU supports remains the most significant challenge for Rust in this context. And yeah, that's all I had to share, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Luca. There is one question in the Q&A. It says, in my naive understanding, I would assume that lattice simulations would be a good candidate to be run on GPUs. Are you aware of such approaches, or are you considering this as well?
So the question is about lattice simulation on GPUs.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the simulations are often offloaded to the GPU, but this is done with OpenACC usually, and that's just because OpenACC is simple to use, and not because it is particularly performant, but just because it is simple. And yeah, we here with Rust we have a little problem because while there are projects like Rust GPU and Rust CUDA which are really great, the main problem is that people don't know how to use them, and they are not super easy. They often require nightly compilers and quite some setup that maybe a physicist may not be familiar with. And so no, at the moment, no one is using Rust on the GPU for lattice QCD simulations.
Okay. There's a second question. It says, what array library do you use throughout your MCMC? I recently been put on a big C++ MCMC, and I'm spoiled by Armadillo and Icon.
Um, Actually, the dependencies in this kind of projects are usually quite reduced, and so you don't even see eigen or anything. And the main three I listed here are often the only dependencies, aside from some other for small tasks such as hashing and stuff like that. But that's because in this specific problem, you are usually not interested in resolving equations, systems, or stuff like that. You are interested in doing some simple steps a lot of times, and um, and you can do that by hand. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I answered the question.